Tony here. Now can you guess what Oculus Quest game I'm playing here? If you know, pop it in the comment section below. This is a clue to a video I'll be releasing this coming week. Welcome to another Quest Digest, where I cover all the week's Quest news in under 5 minutes. If you haven't already, do subscribe to keep up to date with the latest and keep the channel going.
Showtime, motherfucker!
In the news this week, we had this article which made quite a splash. I'll leave a link to this article in the description below, but it discusses a potential Oculus Quest number 2, the successor to the current Oculus Quest. Now it's all speculation at this point, but it talks about the new Quest being smaller and lighter, also having a 90 Hz refresh rate as opposed to what the Oculus Quest currently has, which is 72 Hz. It also talks of a new controller that will fix the issue with the battery cover sliding off from time to time and will be compatible with the current Quest, and the source in the article says that we might see this headset become available in 2021. How much of this is accurate I'm not sure, but I'm sure we'll find out more in this upcoming Oculus Connect 7 conference in September. Next we take a look at an interesting new movement system by Aldin called Telepath. Unlike other movement systems, the player draws the path they wish to take, and depending on what setting you have enabled, you either take short dash-like steps or glide smoothly along the path you have drawn, and it has some great intelligent features. So if you do duck behind an object, for example, to avoid enemy fire, it will automatically pause your movement for that time until you're ready to move on. This new method of locomotion is apparently more comfortable and enables you to interact more with your environment. And if you have Waltz of the Wizard Extended Edition, you can try out this locomotion method for yourself. Next to QuestZDoom. Now I'm very excited about this, and we'll talk about what we know so far. So firstly, we know that it will be coming very soon. I'm predicting sometime next week. We also know it will have an auto download feature that will enable you to download different game mods, maps, weapon packs and music very easily from a launcher menu. And one of those mods has me particularly excited, as it seems to be a Duke Nukem 3D conversion, so looking forward to seeing that one. We also see what the QuestZDoom launcher looks like. You can see you can download the core games, map packs, gameplay mods, VR weapon packs and music and textures. And what's so brilliant about this launcher is that once you've downloaded the different mods you want, you can then just easily mix and match them and launch the game. Moving to our right, we also see options to increase super sampling, which basically decreases the number of jagged edges you get, and MSAA, which increases the image quality. There's also a ton of other VR options that we can see here, such as being able to snap turn or use teleportation. And finally, we see a command line text box at the bottom, which I assume will help you launch your own mods that aren't part of that auto downloader system. This pull is looking amazing, can't wait. Now onto the official Oculus Quest store, and we see the release of another VR rhythm game. Audio Trip is a dance game where you dance your way through surreal environments that are specifically crafted for each song. It features top artists like Skrillex and Lady Gaga, and a full in VR level editor. We also see the release of Let's Create Pottery VR, which lets you go through all the stages of creating ceramics, from choosing clay to shaping it on the potter's wheel with your own hands. You can create until your heart's content with this one. We also see a new content update for Espire 1. The Assimilation update adds new weapons, new challenges, and some new challenge modes, so quite a huge update for this game. We also saw the game Tetris Effect appear in the coming soon section of the Quest store, only to then later disappear. Now the last time this happened was with Pixel Ripped 1995, and when that happened it disappeared but then quickly came back available to buy soon after, so I expect Tetris Effect to become available to purchase quite soon. Coming next week we'll also have Mini Motor Racing X. This allows you to race both inside and outside the car, 4-player, online and co-op modes, as well as some other features such as this football game. Now moving swiftly on to SideQuest, we see a ton of content drop this week, including WebXR games now integrated into the main game library. If you haven't tried Moon Rider yet, it's a Beat Saber clone, which I highly recommend. There is also BMS Fitness, which is like Box VR, where you have to hit the coloured orbs as they come towards you in response to the music. As mentioned in last week's Quest Digest, we also see Hand Physics Lab, which is an experimental project using hand tracking to interact with many different objects and experiences. The other game that caught my eye was Tavern Tales. Now, I've done a full overview of this. I built a map and checked out all the different features. You can see the link to that video in the description below. It's a tabletop game simulator where you can play games like Dungeons and Dragons in VR with your friends. And finally, Realms of Eternity, that allows you to use different weapons like bows, lightsabers, samurai swords on various targets. Well, that's just about it for me today. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Quest Digest. If you haven't subscribed yet, do check out my channel, and if you like it, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell, and I'll see you in my next video.